and welcome to this video where I'm going to talk about my sketching section in my planner. So I've always doodled in like notebooks and stuff, but when I started bullet journaling, which I don't really do anymore, but when I did, I drew stuff, mainly girls' faces like this. Where's another one? This one. This is weird. The proportions are all off, but I still like it. But you know, in between the planning and the whatever, journaling stuff. I'm sorry, I have glue on my fingers. I've been crafting. I drew faces. I've always been drawn to faces and I draw them. But last summer I felt like, they all turn out the same way. Like they always look the same. They're like, I'm very inspired by Wendy Pini. I read ElfQuest when I was a child and I never recovered. So I kind of draw elves when I draw faces. And last summer I felt like I'd had enough of these elves' faces. I mean, I like them, but I want to draw from life, or at least from reference images, and I want to draw things that look real and develop, because I felt like I was just doing the same thing over and over. So I started watching sketchbook videos, YouTubers who show off their finished sketchbooks, and I was really inspired. I think I did this because I watched Jess Karp, because she had this video about drawing figures with watercolor. And I started, like, in the middle of all my planning and all that stuff, I drew figures and faces, and I started feeling like I really want to do this. Once upon a time, when I was 15 years old, I was good at drawing. I want to become good at drawing again, or rather, I want to pick up where I left off, because I've sort of, I've stayed there. I'm still 15 years old in my drawing, and I want to develop. So what I did was I attended a course to begin with, but I also started drawing more frequently in my planner. Let's see where this is not very, I don't want to show the bad stuff. Let's find something good. This is quite good. It was supposed to be someone. It doesn't look like her, but that doesn't matter because I like the face, as it turned out. For a while I drew faces every other page. I just, like this. They're everywhere. And then when I started my new setup in January, I decided to actually make a section for drawing. So I devoted 28 pages to sketching faces and also to project journaling. So that was part of it. I wanted to use this side of the page or the spread for project journaling, writing about like someday maybe projects, current projects, whatever, things where I had got stuck. And I did that for a while. I journaled about obstacles, what to do, goals and resources, or my why. But I fell off the wagon because it's too much work to do this kind. I mean, this kind of sketch. This one isn't very good. Let's a good one. Well, I don't know. Are there any good ones? This is quite good. Yeah. So I can't do this level of drawing every morning. Maybe some people can. I can't, because this is not my default setting. My default setting is like I don't know, this. it's fine, but it's not finished, and you know, it doesn't look like the person is supposed to be. This does. I dare you not to see who it is. So what could I do to make it more consistent? And yeah, and I also fell off the wagon when it came to project journaling, because I didn't want to write every day about my obstacles and all that. So I was kind of fed up with all that. So in March, I did something new. I haven't sprayed this one yet, so there's coal all over. Never mind. I decided to project journal, but not, I don't fill a page every day like I tried to do before. I have a heading for each area of my life instead. So people, paperwork and money, buy, just stuff, travel and entertainment, car, you know, every project area gets a heading. And then when I want a project journal, I go into the very back to my someday maybe section, and to, for example, if I have a cleaning page, this is not it, but never mind, I go to my cleaning someday maybe spread and I have a look, and maybe I think that, oh, 2-minute hotspot, that's a really good idea from Fly Lady, and I should be attempting it, but I'm not doing it. Why? And then I journal a bit about it. So, you know, during the month I fill in, like for example, crafting. I've written 3 times about crafting, different kind of projects that I want to do, and I filled the page, and I want to do that with every YouTube, every area, clothes. Well, I don't need to fill a whole page, that's not, you know, it, but I can. So the left hand side is for project journaling, but more free form than before, and the right hand side is for faces. But I used to, well, my idea at the beginning was to draw a face every day and just do a 2-minute sketch. I don't do that. I don't do that every morning. I'm just not in the mood every morning. But I've you know, I can draw, if I'm in the mood one day, I can draw several faces. So maybe I will still fill 28 spreads in a month. That's the idea. I'm not on the way there. I think this month will be quite hectic if I'm to fill all of this space. But and I really need to spray these. Actually, this was I had a bit of a thing where I, at the end of February, let's see, where did it start? Here, I was watching Penny Dreadful, and I was listening to Ghost, and I was sort of obsessed, I still am, with Rory Kinnear, and I drew him for half a month, and I did in project journal, as you can see. This one is actually good. And then, you know, sometimes I just drew his mouth or his eyes or whatever, and it continued in March. And then I thought, I can't do this, because I was feeling like this is horrible. It doesn't look like him at all. I was getting fed up with myself because it didn't, I mean, I think he's handsome, so I wanted to be, you know, I wanted to resemble him, because otherwise I get pissed off at the drawing. So I thought, I can't continue this, because, yeah, I'm just making myself frustrated. So I did a couple of spreads where I just drew like bits and pieces of his face, like eyes, mouth, nose. This does not look like his nose. And then I thought, you know, what if I just draw my usual elven faces and just don't don't sort of lower your ambitions and don't draw from reference images. So I did a couple of these. This is like a 30-second sketch, and this too. And when I saw them, I was like, no, don't go down that road again. That's why I started all this, because I don't want to get stuck in this. Just, I mean, it looks like a face, it's fine. It's just, I'm sick of seeing it because it always looks like this when I draw. When I draw a real person, it becomes something else. I'm not particularly pleased with this one, but it's better than this. So I thought, well, don't draw in the morning to begin with, because it was part of my morning routine. It's just too much work in the morning. So I thought, do it while you're waiting for dinner instead. You know, downstairs while the husband is in the kitchen DJing on Spotify. And that worked better. And, you know, I could be social with him as I drew and maybe have a glass of wine, you know. Not that it makes the drawings better. But, yeah, so right now I'm sort of in this, well, I'm trying to fill up the pages, but I'm not sure. I mean, in the future I might reduce the amount of pages I'm supposed to fill in a month, because now it's 1 sketch per day, even though I make maybe 0 sketches for 5 days and then I make 5 in a day. But it would be good for my development to make 365 pages, faces or figures in a year. So that's kind of the goal. And we'll see how it goes, you know. I change things all the time, but that's the why and the wherefore of my sketching section.